Hello ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome once again to another episode of the Cider Drinker. And on today's episode I am returning to the Aston Manor Cider Company to try out their other variety of Kingstone Press cider that they do. Whereas last time I did the original, today I am doing the pear variety. Now, I've had quite a bad run-in with pear ciders recently, as you can tell from the Churchwoods pear and the Kopparberg pear review that I did. So, hopefully the Kingstone Press pear won't go down that same route. And as you know, I did give the original cider quite a high rating, saying that it was very cheap, very affordable, especially for the size bottle that you get it for. And, yeah, overall it was quite a good tasting cider. Obviously not the best one that I've ever tried, but for the price you really couldn't sniff at it. So will Kingstone Press Pear be as good as the original? Well, we will find out shortly, but as with all the other reviews I've done, it's time to give you some details on Kingstone Press Pear. Kingstone Press Pear comes in 660ml bottles. Unlike the original cider, I don't believe you can get this particular variety on tap, although please correct me if I am wrong with that. The alcohol percentage is 5.3% in volume, so pretty standard for a cider strength out there. Obviously I don't know if it's going to be sweet or dry, although most pear ciders are sweet, so I'll see how it tastes anyway. Now, the price has actually gone up a little bit. Whereas it was usually £1 for this bottle, it has gone up to around about £1.39. I'm sure some places still do it for £1, but I've not seen that around, so just be on the lookout if you're looking to buy this cider. Alright then, now, one thing to note is that they have recently changed the bottle for Kingstone Press Pear, because it did originally come in a green bottle, whereas now it actually comes in a clear one. So I must admit, I did have Kingstone Press Pear when it was in the green bottle, so some people say that the different coloured bottles actually do affect the taste, although I don't know whether that's true or not, and bearing in mind this was quite a while back, so who knows, it might have changed. But yeah, we shall see how it tastes in the clear bottle, and honestly can't remember how it tastes anyway, because like I say, it was quite a while since I had it. Now, on the back it pretty much has the same description as Kingstone Press Original, but I'll read it out again just in case you forgot. It's all about taste. There you go, that's their headline apparently. Kingstone Press Pear is made using a unique blend of the finest pears to create a pure pear cider. By taking the additional time to craft our pear cider, it encapsulates, I like that word, it encapsulates all its natural flavour and aroma to create a superior full-bodied pear cider. And on the front, well, it pretty much looks like the Kingstone Press Original, you know. Got the big old pear on the front, so you know it's a pear cider, but apart from that, pretty standard labelling really, you know, nothing really overly outstanding about that. Premium pear cider, and right at the bottom, pure pear cider containing no artificial sweeteners or colours. And it just contains sulfites to preserve freshness. So yeah, like I say, the price has just gone up on this to £1.39, but still, for a 660ml bottle, you still really can't sniff at this price. And the fact that you're getting no artificial crap in this either is a big bonus, especially seeing as some of these top-end ciders decide to add all this sugar and everything, you know, so there we go. Right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get this bottle open now. I must say, the Aston Manor Company has been a bit hit and miss. It has had a couple of pretty good, decent ciders. Obviously, they're not going to win any awards or anything, but they have had some absolute stinkers, so let's just see how Kingstone Press Pear fares today, as I get this bottle open. There we go. Well, like the Churchwoods pear, oh no, there is a very, very slight fizz on there. Hardly anything really though. A bit like the Churchwoods pear, we all know how that turned out. But still, let's give this a whiff. That really doesn't have much of a pear aroma, if I'm being honest. It's a very strong, almost kind of like tart kind of smell. No real smell of pears coming off of it, really. But you never know, it might smell better in the glass. So I'm just going to pour some of this out. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get all of it in the glass, because as it is 660 mils. And it's, wow, it is fizzing up quite a lot. I don't know whether you can hear it or not. But there we go. There's no point in, you know, dilly-dallying with this sort of thing, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to contain any natural sediment or anything, so there we go. Obviously there's some left in the glass. Well, you probably already saw it in the bottle, but that's what it looks like in the glass. Pretty standard pear colour, you know, quite clear, very, very fizzy. Look at all those bubbles. Blimmin' heck. Quite big too, so I can actually smell the pears now as it was pouring out, but I'll just dive right in. Get rid of all the fizz actually. Not really a whole lot coming off of it. Very, very slight hint of pears, but yeah, not really getting a whole lot off of this glass, so I guess I'm just going to have to dive right in and taste it, so bottoms up. Not really sure what to make of that one, actually. There's not really much taste to it. Definitely no aftertaste. I mean, there's a very, very slight undertone of pears, albeit very, very slight. But apart from that, there wasn't really much taste at all. Let me just go in for a second one. Yeah, there is, you know, a very slight hint of pears coming off of this, but, you know, I mean, like, the initial taste really didn't have much going for it. Now that I've actually had a second one, it did, there was a little bit more flavour to it, but, you know, not really a whole lot coming off of this whole thing. Yeah, very disappointing, really. I expected just a little bit more from this, especially seeing as the original cider was quite good. But yeah, not really a whole lot happening here. Let's just get a third one. I mean, it does have a pear taste, but you know, it's not really an overly astounding one. It kind of lies in the description as well, because it's not really a crisp one. I'd say it's more smooth. So I don't know where they get you know, where they get the crisp description from. And I guess it's kind of full-bodied, but you can't, you know, it doesn't really stay around for too long. It's one of these drinks that you just have to keep on drinking it in order to experience the taste of it. If you just let it sit around in your mouth for a little bit, then you're really not going to get much flavour coming off of it at all. So yeah, that's pretty disappointing. I mean, obviously I didn't expect miracles. I wasn't expecting like the absolute perfect pear cider and the best one I've ever had, but I was expecting a little bit more from this. If I do remember correctly, it did taste a little bit differently when it was in like the original green bottles, but in fact I think it did. I think before it was definitely a lot sweeter. I mean, it does still have like kind of a sweet taste, but it seems like it's been very, very subdued ever since they've moved on to these clear bottles here. So I don't know whether they've just changed the processing of it or what, but yeah, it's pretty bland. You know, not really much else to say about it. You know, full-bodied and crisp, I don't really think so. So, I mean, for £1.39, you know, £1.39 for 660ml, that is still bloody good value, but really, there are so many better tasting, excuse me, and less gassy pear ciders on the market, definitely. Like Thatcher's Pear. Seriously, go out and buy a bottle of Thatcher's Pear. You know, £1.55 is still pretty damn cheap, and you get a lot more flavour than Kingstone Press Pear. So, if I'm being honest with you guys, I'd actually give Kingstone Press Pear a miss. You're not really missing out on much here. I will just get a final taste for you guys to be sure. Yeah, not really a whole lot happening there, just a very, very slight pear taste, and that's pretty much it. A little bit sweet, but really wholly unremarkable. So, well, Kingstone Press Pear, for me, gets a 4 out of 10. If it had been a smaller bottle, or if it had been a bit more expensive, it would have been lower. But the fact that it is 660 mils, you know, for £1.39, then you know, it's worth it. If you really are interested in trying it, then you know, it's worth a buy, I guess. But overall, definitely, you know, give this one a miss and try other pear ciders a go. So, oh well. I'm not going to let a cider go to waste though, so I will be finishing this one off, because I suppose if one good thing comes out of this, at least it's not a terrible tasting pear cider, because there really is not much taste to it anyway. But there we go. Well, that is another episode of the Cider Drinker over and done with. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back again with another delicious and tasty cider, hopefully. But until then, I have got a 660ml bottle of pretty tasteless cider to finish off. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care.